Want to get quick and easy skeletons on the table in record numbers? I'm going to show you how. Welcome to Void Space, my name is Ollie, and the first step in this painting tutorial is to give your skeleton an all-over prime of matte white. You can use any white primer, but I've used Halfords standard matte white. Once you've got a load of primed models, the first step is to give it a base coat of skeleton horde across all of the skeleton parts. So everything that is exposed bone, we're going to be covering skeleton horde. So once that contrast skeleton horde is applied, we're going to be switching out to our main colour. So I use Macrage Blue for all the clothing of all my undead armies. You could switch this out for whatever you like, but we're just going to touch in all of the clothing areas around the miniature. Once you've got all your blue in place, we're going to move on to our next paint, which is a Rhinox hide, and we're going to be using this for all the wooden areas. Now, naturally, if you're doing a skeleton army for Age of Sigmar, or even for D&D like I am, you're going to have a lot of skeletons, so I'd recommend having like 4 or 5 decent browns that you can lay your hands on at any one time and just vary it up a bit. Maybe do some with the Rhinox hide, do some with a Baneblade brown, do some with a leather brown from Army Painter. Mix it up, it'll just add some variety, and it will all look kind of the same once we get onto the wash stage. And with all the wooden areas done, we're going to switch out to our Iron Warriors, which is a silver metallic paint, and we're going to touch in all of the metallic areas, including anywhere that we want to be gold or brassy later. So that includes on this model the rim of the shield, the sword, the central stud in the middle of the shield. Just go in, block it all in. The next step, as you can see, is Runelord Brass, and it's going to be a really quick one. We're just going to pick out any of the sort of copper brassy areas that we want to have on the miniatures, which on this one is just the sort of central shield stud. Okay, so we're about halfway through the video. If you've enjoyed it so far, please do make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff down below. I really can't tell you how much it helps out the channel. Right, back to painting. Now we're on to basing the miniature, and we're going to use a technical paint, which is Stirland Mud, and we're going to give the whole base a decent sort of, 2-3 mil base of this texture paint, and we're going to let it dry and go completely solid. Might take, sort of 20 minutes in front of a radiator or a couple of hours out in the sun. And once that's all dry and rock solid, we're going to go back with our Rackar Flesh, and we're going to give the base a Drybrush. This is going to pick out all of those raised details, the folds, the clumps. It's just going to give a bit of texture and interest to the base. Now the dry brushing's done, we're on to the wash stage, which means the model's almost finished. Grab your Agrax Earthshade. We're going to give the model and the base an all-over wash with this. You don't want to be absolutely bucketing it on, because you don't want to have like loads of puddles and pools and tide marks and stuff. Just get a nice consistent layer to darken down the miniature and sort of blend all of those tones together. We're going to grab our black of choice, which will be Abbadon Black, and we're just going to use this to touch in the base rim. So after a quick application of Valhallan Blizzard, which is the GW snow paint, texture paint, and a quick matte varnish all over the miniature left to dry, this is what is achievable in an afternoon. So congratulations if you followed along, you just painted your first Deathrattle skeleton. I hope you enjoy using them for either Age of Sigmar or D&D. If you've watched the video this far, you'd be doing me a massive solid by liking, commenting, subscribing and sharing, doing all that good stuff. You can do that down below. It really means the world to the growth of the channel. And until next time, bye!